Hey guys, this is Spiner here with my next Downchanger review. So this is Downchanger Season 6, Episode 17, Desolation. This episode was a major one, let me tell you. It was the confrontation between Stan and Skyrus, and we have been waiting for this. Anybody who's been watching this show has been waiting for this moment in the season. We knew it was going to happen, and it has finally happened this week. But I'm sure there's a lot I want to say about it right now, but I gotta hold it in. So, we also got, though, a side of Dolan's story. More of Dolan's story here, where he was sent with the assassins to go kill Sturgeon. So, a lot of interesting stuff, and major stuff this week. So, let's delve into it. So starting off, those were about the only two things we got, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the side with Dolan first, because I want to talk about the Stan Skyrus, thing last, because that was kind of a big season, wait for the fans, even though this side of the story was still something pretty big to this season and the story. So to start off, we got some more training scenes between Dolan and the lead assassin. I've been liking what they've been doing with them so far, with Dolan and the lead assassin. I feel like they're, kind of building an in-work relationship, because they can relate. In the past, we heard in the last episode that the lead assassin said he had the similar, problems that Dolan had when he first came into it, and I kind of like that we're getting a work relationship between them in there, and how they're almost becoming like work friends. I almost want to say, but not quite on that level, because these are assassins we're talking about. But I think you get what I mean. By what I said. So but yeah, I like what we're getting right there, and I like these training scenes we got here. It showed. Sorry, I feel like I got some in my eyes. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. So I also like the training scenes we got, because it showed more of how Dolan had advanced in his skills, and with training to be an assassin, and this episode also kind of showed us that he was ready to step out into the field, and do whatever work he, was required of him. So, yeah, the training scenes we got were good. I liked how they've done. The choreography was great, and we got some really great character moments with the lead assassin and Dolan again. But, moving on from that, we got a meetup with Dolan and Silent. This was the first time they actually met each other. We knew that Dolan had been supporting Silent's campaign, but we hadn't actually seen him meet Silent in person. So it was pretty cool getting to see the characters come together, and especially because you knew what he was going to be asking of Dolan, so you kind of wondered how he was going to take it, even though he didn't know Sturgeon was the Downchanger, and honestly he was against Downchangers. You kind of just wanted to see how that was going to go, with him deciding to tell him that, and if Dolan actually thought he was ready himself. So, yeah, but we got a good meetup right there, more good writing between the characters. I, liked it that how they kept up with Silent's character in this, yeah, I just liked the interactions between the characters, and I liked how, how the story continued from the training stage. I feel like this has been pretty interesting so far. We got a lot of good character stuff in this, as I said, with the lead assassin and Dolan, and, we got a good moment between Silent and Dolan, too, so, yeah, some good stuff. So, after the, after Dolan was sent, that was what the assassin would do. We got a cool scene where they were gearing up, the assassins that were getting the weapons, gearing up, doing their final bits of training. That was a cool scene. I liked the switch between, the getting the weapons, putting the hoods on, the costumes, the suits. It was cool. That was a pretty cool scene right there, and the music was fitting to the scene as well, and I feel like that just made the scene, a lot more cooler. So, but yeah, I liked that bit we got right there, and, now, the scene of the assassins actually arriving and attacking, we got a really good scene. A really good fight scene right there. Because, we got, first off, we had Sturgeon fighting against Dolan, and, then the team, Sturgeon, the team, Virulent, Sarve, Blackstone, Sturgeon, all of them, they were kind of wondering who the fifth assassin was. Yeah, fifth, I think. I don't think it was fourth. It might have been. I don't know, I'm thinking it might have been fourth, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking it was fourth. Yeah, I'll just go with that. Um, sorry about that. But yeah, so they were kind of wondering who the fourth assassin was, and we got a good scene after that with Scorpion fighting Golan. It was kind of a different thing than we've gotten in recent fights. We might have got something like it in the past, maybe, but I mean, they were kind of like in a room fighting. It was kind of like a room fight. I mean, they were throwing the furniture and like slamming anything. You could hear the sound of stuff breaking, things shattering and stuff. So I mean, it's kind of a unique battle we had with this one, because I mean, just because of the kind of like room battle. I thought that was kind of cool. Just because we haven't gotten anything quite like that. I mean, you hear the sound of the furniture smashing and them kind of using furniture in the battle, like slamming each other into it and like throwing each other into it and stuff. It was just kind of interesting getting to see that, because I mean, I don't think we've gotten a fight like that in this season so far. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and the fight we were getting here with Dolan and Scorpion was really good, and it just got even better when Blackstone stepped in, and we got to see more of him fighting, because I always like seeing Blackstone battle. He usually got really cool scenes, and we got to see him taking on the lead assassin again here. He had battled the lead assassin, I believe, in the Drangao crossover in the Downsinger season, the Drangao crossover that happened with Downsinger. I think Blackstone fought him then, because, I mean, I knew he had fought Blackstone once before, and I think that was the time he did. But yeah, it was pretty cool getting to see them come together and fight again, and I mean, also another thing to this fight was we got a really cool amount of the changer abilities with the changer blast and the cryptic forms, and yeah, and the combination of battle moves and the assassin's weapons and the cryptic forms and the changer blast and stuff. It was just really cool. The combination of things we got here. With the abilities and kind of how they mixed it together. I really liked it. It really worked, and it was really cool getting to see that. I'm liking that they're keeping the balance in there with the changer forms, and not just kind of keeping it to combat and kind of, I mean, a little bit of like changer blast every now and then, maybe one cryptid form. They're balancing it well, and I'm happy to see they're doing that, because I mean, what is Down Changer without changing into cryptids? I mean, that's kind of what it is. So I mean, yeah, I'm glad they're keeping that together in the battle so far. And I mean, the scene we got with Blackstone was really cool. And when Virulent stepped in, and they were kind of he was helping Blackstone battle. I mean, we haven't seen Virulent and Blackstone really fight together. I mean, just kind of like a side by side thing, just with just them. I mean, honestly, I would kind of like to see that. If we ever got the chance, whether this season or the next, I would kind of like to see Blackstone and Virulent teaming up to fight, because it seemed like they kind of make an interesting duo, with how they get along. Just that scene right there, and that little bit of, that little moment right there. I really liked the moment where Blackstone said, I don't need thanks, but I don't need anybody helping me, fight, and Virulent said, yeah, well, I don't need I don't need you guys to help me fight either, but you still insist on it. I mean, I thought that was a really good moment. That kind of made me think about the whole thought of just, I mean, the whole idea of seeing Blackstone and Virulent duo in the scene or an episode or something, or just in a fight scene even. That just kind of made me think of that. I mean, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see that. That's something I would like to see personally at some point, in the show, whether this season or the next, or further even. I mean, I would like to see that, because I think it'd be kind of cool. At that moment right there just kind of made me realize it'd be an interesting duo. But, yeah, we also got the moment where Dolan figured out who Strojan was, because, well, first off, Dolan and Strojan were battling, and Dolan managed to get Strojan around the neck and was going to slice his throat with his sword. Well, they were saying to kill Strojan, so he was going to, but then he made him an offer, which, I mean, wasn't part of what Shadowland told him to do, but, I mean, he said they could give him the spawn arrow, or he could kill Strojan. So, I mean, we had a really kind of intense scene right here. I kind of knew they weren't going to go for killing Strogan, but I was kind of wondering if they were either going to give him the Spawn Roll or find some way to kind of get going away from Strogan so that they could get away and not get handed over the Spawn Roll. But it turns out they actually wound up handing over the Spawn Roll, which, I mean, I guess, in the show terms, you don't want the bad guy to win. But, I mean, I guess there is kind of the bad guy should make some kind of progress in the show. I mean, or it's just going to seem like he's, okay, I'm going to try to get this, I'm going to try to get this, I'm going to try to get this, they fail. And it's just generic. You kind of expect they're just going to fail again next time they do it. So, I mean, having a change where they actually managed to get it from them and actually bring it to Silent was an interesting turn, and I think that was probably for the better. I mean, it would have been cool to see them manage to keep the Spawn Roll somehow and get Strogan away from the assassin's hands, but yeah, I feel like it was still a good turn, and possibly even better turn for them to leave it where they had to hand over the Spawn Roll. But yeah, so I think that was a pretty interesting turn. As I said, probably for the better, but I mean, I have to think on it a little more. But anyways, we then, afterwards, as I was saying a little bit ago, we got a scene where Goling unmasked Strogan. And, well, first off, Strogan got the hood off of Goling and realized what he was doing. And we got a good moment from there. Strogan, as the actor, he was surprised, and he really, was really wondering why Goling was doing it. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was just a good scene right there with Strogan, for one. I felt like we got a good moment with Strogan at that time. So anyways, after this, we got the scene with Goling figuring out who that short down Kinger was Strogan. Once again, we got a really good moment here with Goling. And I felt that the whole friend on the good guy side, friend on the bad guy side, opposing sides without actually knowing it was cool. A good way to do that. I felt like it was an interesting way because you knew that Goling was one of the bad guys and Strogan was one of the good guys, and they were fighting each other without knowing it until they figured it out. And yeah, I just thought that was a pretty interesting way to do that, and I liked how that was done. But yeah, we got a good moment here with Goling's actor as well. He was genuinely shocked, and truly surprised that it was Strogan, and you could tell he was, I believe the word I'm looking for is somewhat kind of heartbroken by it, because he realized that, I mean, Strogan had known that he was against Downkingers, and he knew that Strogan was hiding something, and he realized what it was that basically kind of tore them apart as friends, was that the fact that he was a Downkinger, and he already didn't like them. So yeah, I mean, we got a good moment right there. I felt like he really brought out the right emotions for the scene. The actor really brought out the emotions, the right feelings for the scene in his character. And it was just a really good moment. But in all, this fight scene was really good. We got a lot of really good choreography, really good character moments, and as I said, it was an interesting fight scene because we got the whole kind of room battle thing. I like that. I like the good guy, bad guy turn friend on friend kind of thing that were without them knowing until they figured it out. I like that too. And I was pretty happy to see that we got to see Strogan and Goling figure out kind of who each other were. I felt like that aided the scene to make it better. So yeah, I mean, all in all, this side of the story, the assassin's going to kill Strogan, and all this, the fight scene and stuff, I liked it. It was really good. I felt like we got a really good scene right here, and I mean, definitely what we needed for Goling and Strogan's first encounter with this kind of unique battle we got, and the reveals to each other. So yeah, I definitely like that. I think that having some more unique battles every now and then would be a pretty cool thing to have with their own kind of ways and kind of on camera angles and stuff. Just different battles, just making them kind of different, or have some kind of unique way to form to them. But yeah, and now that Silent's got the Spawn Roll, we know he's going after them next to get the Power Giver. So this is gonna get pretty intense. Because Silent's coming after Strogan, and we know how that went last time. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be an intense next episode. Curious to see what's gonna happen with that. If he's gonna get it or not, because we are close to the end. So I mean, there's a possibility he could get it. So we'll see. That's for next episode though. Alright. Well, it is time to move on to Silent and not Silent. Sorry. It is time to move on to Skyrus and Stan's side of the story. So, I mean, first off, I'm gonna say we got a lot of good scenes with. I mean, we knew throughout the season we had seen that Skyrus had kept looking back on the past with Stan every time he encountered him, and just every time that he was left alone to kind of think about the past and stuff, or had any kind of mention to it. We saw every time he always had the visions and the dreams and hallucinations and such of Stan and his past and what had happened. So, I mean, we had that happen again in this, and kind of took a more serious turn, honestly, because, I mean, Strojan wound up waking him up from the start because he saw Stan kill him, and Strojan said that he looked like he was going into shock. So, obviously, we knew this was getting more serious and was kind of getting dangerous for him. So, I mean, he had to take the turn to try to have to deal with the problem, firsthand, and, encounter Stan again. So, yeah, we had a really good scene right here. I mean, we had, no, I'm sorry, I'm losing my track of mind. I thought I was talking about something else. Getting on to that. But we had, some good moments here, with, I felt like the visions and such Skyrus was having were kind of building it up to building him more up to the realization he was gonna have to do it. And, I thought that was a pretty good thing to do. And, I'm gonna say, the scenes we got with Strojan talking to Skyrus were amazing. We got really good scenes right here. I felt like these really showed, Skyrus and Strojan's relationship. And we really got to see that, that Strojan cared about him. And that they care about each other, and that they were gonna be, that Strojan was trying to help him, and, yeah, and where Skyrus was just trying to figure out what to do. So, I mean, we just got really good moments here, though, and a lot of really great writing and actor performances from Skyrus and, Strojan, if you want to say Stan. From Skyrus and Stan, we got some really good acting performances and really good writing here. That really makes for some really great scenes. There was a quote I actually liked a lot from Strojan, too. So, I'm pretty sure you guys probably know what it is. If you really listened to what they were saying in the episode, I'm pretty sure you might be able to find it. But, I don't know. I'll probably post the TV series quotes, right, so you can see it there. But, yeah, we got really good moments here with Strojan, and Skyrus, and, I really liked it, what we had there. It was just, like I said, I felt like it really kept up with their relationship, together. So, anyways, then moving on to a little bit of Stan's side, we got a talk with him and his father. This was also another really good moment. We got some of Stan and Silent together. Kind of talking about, I mean, for once, I mean, we actually had Stan and Silent, kind of Stan talking about his feelings to his father, which Stan's not a feeling talker, he's not gonna do that. It's too dramatic for him, he's not into it. But, I mean, yeah, so, I mean, but we actually got to see it this time, and it really worked with the episode, so. But, as I said, we had a really good moment here, between Silent and Stan. Stan was kind of explaining what had kind of caused him to not succeed in what his goals were that Silent had given him, and what had been slowing him down throughout everything. And, I mean, Silent was kind of telling him that they basically had to give away everything, to have this done, because, I mean, Skyrus was a part of what was in their way, because he was working with Strojan, and also because he was causing Stan to fail in what he was supposed to do. So, I mean, what Silent had him do, so he was kind of a problem. So, I mean, we got, as I said, we got a really good moment here, and between Xialing and Stan, and basically kind of, I like it how Xialing aided in the having him deciding to go, instead of just something happening between Cyrus and Stan, where he just called him because he just thought, alright, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get it done, without really real motivation to make him consider it more, and also without Cyrus calling Stan, because if he did, we saw in this episode that Cyrus kind of had regret on the decision of even thinking about having to do it, so him calling Stan to basically beat him up so he could get his problem done with, doesn't really seem right. I'm pretty sure most of you would agree. If not all of you, you should, probably. But, yeah, so, that wouldn't really work. So, I'm glad we got a motivation kind of here from Stan's father, Xialing, that kind of made Stan more, realize more that he should do this and get it done. Another moment we had, another really great character moment we had was Cyrus and Farnon. I was happy we got to see Farnon again this episode, because we haven't been seeing him a whole lot lately. And this was, I felt like a good moment for him, and a good time for him to come in, because he actually kind of felt like he had a place here this time, with this particular episode, and what was happening in it with Cyrus. So, I mean, and I liked the moment where, he appeared behind Farnon, and, Farnon said, I almost kind of missed that, because we knew in OTGC that he had done that numerous times, and that Farnon was always, like, it was always kind of creeping him out, because he hadn't, like, he never expected it, and it was just, like, unnerving to him, and it was kind of funny we got that in there. I liked that, a big moment right there with him. And Sky was talking to, Farnon about it, was really, a good moment, because, as I said, I felt like Farnon was kind of required in this, as what the episode was about, and what Cyrus was having to face, so I kind of felt like it was good to get a moment with him in there, and the talk we got here between them, Cyrus explaining what he was going to have to do, and what his problem was, and why he had to do it to Farnon, it was really good. I really liked it, a lot of great writing, actor performances, once again, it was just a really great scene, and once again, I feel like it was a required scene, since we knew Cyrus and Farnon had been friends in the past. It just really worked, and I'm glad they put it in there. And they did a really good job with it, too. It wasn't just a 2-second talk, kind of pointless kind of thing, just throwing Farnon somewhere. We got a meaning, a message to it, that continued with the story. So, well, yeah. So, it kind of, it was a really good scene that I think was another thing we needed in the episode, and I liked it that we got them talking again. We haven't seen that in a little while. Yeah, before this, by the way, we also had a moment where Stan was telling Cyrus that he was going to tell to Carnivox where he died. Where he actually died, though. He did die. Where he died before he came back again. Basically, and he said that basically, I liked a little bit we got there with Stan saying this may be like where you die this time, because that kind of sounded like Skullspine, and I mean, I don't know, I felt like it kind of made it a little more intense. This thing, kind of makes you take it also a little more seriously, not that you take it seriously already, because he's Skullspine, you should take him seriously, in case you don't, well, I don't think I need to tell you, but, yeah. But we got, that was pretty good too, that was after we had Xialing talk to him, and I feel like that kind of was what motivates Stan to go do that. Yeah, like the moment we had right there too, it kind of was building you up to what was to come, and was coming fairly soon. But yeah, I think I've talked about everything up to the confrontation, so I'm gonna talk just say a little bit before that happens. Once again, I really liked the moment we got with Cyrus and Sorkin talking before he went off to go do what he's doing. And also, one thing to say that I remember now, is I liked that Farnon told Cyrus basically he should go tell Sorkin about what he was about to do, because I mean, if he kind of just went off and then did that and Scorpion didn't know about it and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill him, I don't know, it wouldn't have seemed all that right. So I felt like he should, and I really agreed with Farnon right there. So I was kind of like that we got Farnon kind of motivating him to do that and telling him he should, and just that it aided in the Farnon Skyward talk. But yeah, so that was good. And when we got Skyward telling him and him talking to Scorpion, we got a really good dramatic scene, emotional scene right here between Skyward and Scorpion, because Scorpion didn't want to do it because he didn't want to take the chance that Skyward wouldn't come back from it, and Skyward knew he had to with what had been going on and what had been slowing him down and stopping him. So I mean, we just got a really emotional scene with Scorpion right here, and I mean, just this whole scene with the team and Skyward, I felt like it was a good scene. It was really emotional, and once again was another really great performance and another really great set of writing from the cast and the writers. So yeah, I think I've talked about everything leading up to the confrontation between Skyward and Scorpion. Alright, well, I mean, I almost want to pull a joke here and just say that I just want to say, just to pull a joke and shock people here and say, well, the music was horrible. This was not what I expected. But I can't. I just, with what we got here, the scene was spectacular. It was amazing, the scene we got. I mean, I saw this song that Greatest Raven had chosen for the scene, and I was like, you can't make that work with what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a dramatic scene of 2 past friends who have now become almost kind of like enemies who still have some care for each other but are getting each other's way. So, I mean, like friends in the past who don't really want to have to do this to each other, but are gonna have to do it, and like with the emotional flashbacks of them having to fight while they're having to fight and stuff in this intense battle, how are you gonna make this song fit? And I was like, okay, well, I really don't know how. But once I went into this, I was so shocked. I mean, the music really amped up the battle, and they cut the scenes, they worked the scenes so perfectly that they lined with the song exactly. I mean, we had hits when the beats dropped, and it just was like so perfect. It ran so much in sync with the song, the scene, and the fight. The talk before it of him saying that he didn't have to go like this, and the dramatic scene while the music began to rise in the background, kind of starting off slow, just was fantastic. It was just really dramatic and emotional, because you had known what they'd been through, and I mean, also the scene when you thought back on the scene, a moment with Farnon and Farnon and Skyrus, where he said the moment where he said that he still looked at Stan and through Skullspine and saw the little guy who wanted to save little bugs. I mean, that when you thought back on that, I mean, it just really made the scene a whole lot more emotional. And I mean, because I mean, you realize one thing the episode made you realize was how much Stan had changed since that moment. You realize how much that he had become what he is now, and I mean, the emotions were just really powerful during the scene, during the fight, and all the slow motion, the silent scenes we got where the music played, the slow motion, the dramatic emotional hits. I mean, it was just fantastic. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, it was just beyond perfect. I mean, and then we got the stop in the first song, and we led up into the next one, which was a very emotional, sad song, as we watched, Skullspine, finish hitting Skyrus, because Skyrus had begun to hold back as he realized he didn't want to have to fight Stan. And we got a moment where Stan was angry, and he told him that he didn't deserve what he had, his powers, his friends, anything he had. And Skyward basically said he didn't. He was realizing, and the moment he apologized to Stan, and you could tell he was just truly sorry about it, that he did regret it. And I mean, we knew through the season that Sky was tagged, but I mean, this scene really showed it. The performance from the actor who did this really showed it, as if he was really in that position. And I mean, the moment you realize when he was just Stan was angry and then he stopped, he realized that he could tell that Skyward was sorry about it, that he didn't want to have to, that he was really sorry about it and that he didn't want to have to fight him. I mean, one of the biggest dramatic moments of the scene, though, was the moment with the music, where the music just went to this one part, and the music rose to a louder volume, and Skyward dropped to his knees and put out his arms and just basically told Stan to end it. And to finish it, because he realized that he wouldn't be able to keep doing this with Stan. And we saw as Stan was realizing what he thought he had to do, and when he threw the skull on the ground as basically a kind of skull-like signal of death, it was just really dramatic and heart-touching. In a emotional kind of sad way. And the flashbacks to a scene, and it made you look back and realize everything that had happened between the two characters and who they were before. And just that scene in particular was really sad and dramatic, and almost kind of intense too, because you realize that just how far they've come to this, and it was just really a really emotional, dramatic scene. That's really all I can say. And it was really, as I said, it was really intense. I don't know if I finished that, because you really weren't almost sure if Stan was gonna finish it, if he was really going to kill Skyward or not. But the moment we got where he said he couldn't, and he just could not do it, was also a really great moment. We saw that in the actor of Stan as well. We saw that he didn't want to do it. He was so telling, his mind was telling him he just had to, because it was never going to end between them doing this, but he just couldn't because of what they've been through. Everything that he blamed Skyward for just was not enough to break the relationship that they had in the past, together, who they were. And even if that's not who they are now, they can't. Neither of them can just drop it and just forget it. It's, Skyward and Stan are gonna be forever. It's just they're not gonna be able to stop each other because of who they were and what they had back then. I'm just gonna say this was a masterpiece of a scene. What I went in expecting something fantastic, but this was beyond that. This was amazing. This was a masterpiece scene. It was just so great. The way they lined up everything, the performances, the writing, just everything. You got the total emotions of the scene. You could feel it. And I'm glad I had seen Okigishi before this, because it probably wouldn't have been as